contemporary doesn't have only to do with is it made today or yesterday. It also has to do with, are you as a designer able to use what we call a contemporary visual language? So are you able to develop new colors, new materials? Are you able to think of the questions of today? How are you able to include this in your process? My name is Machtel Schelling and I moved to China in 2007. I first worked at the embassy as a diplomat for cultural affairs, and then in 2012 I started my own business and started Ubi Gallery here in Beijing. Ubi is focused on what's happening in China and also quite a lot in Korea and Japan. And it's lovely to be a gallery because you're kind of in between the market and the designer who want to show their pieces. I think in a way the younger generation is capable of using a contemporary language. So they use different materials, they use a different shape, they're a little bit more dynamic in trying new things. If you offer a platform and they don't find other places where they can, promote their pieces and sell it and show it to the audience, find the right press and publication, of course it's helping them a lot. A lot of different areas in Beijing. It's not like Daří is my most favorite, but I thought for contemporary crafts, it's always nice to be in an area that is also special. So people like not to only see the collection, but also like to see the area and the building, because it has it has charm. It has some history. It's contemporary. This mix of things makes it interesting to be here. The other thing what I like a lot about this area is that I'm not the only one. You're with more designers and more young people who want to set up a business in an old part of Beijing, which makes it nice to be part of a lively community. My own interest is unique pieces, like we call it studio-based. So people make it in a small studio and make it by hand, not in a mass production, but small amounts. I just want to introduce some of my favorite pieces. It's always difficult if you have such a big collection to choose a favorite one, but let me just make a selection. This is one of the pieces. It's made by Hang Li, which is an artist designer from Taiwan. It's a combination of very contemporary feeling and techniques, and also things from the past and the tradition in Taiwan. The whole combination makes it very wearable, very interesting, very lively and colorful. If you have a gallery in the West, young artists are always knocking on your door. Can I show here? Can I show my pieces? In a way, in China, people are a little bit more modest, or maybe they don't know, the role of a gallery or a platform like this that much. So I need to look out for them, and they were not approaching me. So that was a little bit different than I expected. Chinese customers normally tend to choose and select pieces that they know. For example, they know the value of jade and they appreciate valuable materials, or they love pearls, for example. But if they come to the gallery and they see so many different jewelry and so much differences in the material they're using, they're open to it. And of course they ask questions like, if something is made by plastic, why is it this price? Because they have in mind, like, price of a piece is made by the value of the material alone, but it's more than that. So of course we have a discussion about this, but those discussions you also have in the West. If you work in arts and crafts, it's never big business, or huge, glamorous. It's hard work. You need to find the right channels to create the right audience and to find the right artist. So it's a kind of in between, but that's something that suits me. I think when you're a very good artist, you have your own language, things you want to express. It's tough work to make art pieces, right? You need to be very disciplined. You need to really finish things and explore and try every day again to share your thoughts about the quality of your piece. Or if you are able to make a good artist statement, what was the reason why you choose this material, this shape, and if your thinking, your concept about the piece is also developed well, that will help. But sometimes they're a little bit too fast in finishing. The pace in the city, speed in the city makes them to go fast. And sometimes they need to reflect a little bit more and try again. Sometimes they can think a little bit more about why they choose for certain materials and certain shapes. So the concept is not always very strong. And of course it's interesting because it's not only the visual art scene, which was booming, but also I think crafts and studio-based work is developing very fast. So that makes it very interesting to be here in this field.